Hi everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a dedicated video to my subscriber Diane. And Diane is such a loyal subscriber to me. I think of her as a friend. We email sometimes and she has questions and I've gotten to know her quite a bit, and she's a very sweet lady. She watches all my videos, even if they aren't cruelty free, and she is 100% cruelty free. And she sits through all my Clinique and my MAC and my Lancome and all those other videos that I do that isn't all cruelty free. And I get her point. She always says that it's so easy in this day and age to go cruelty free. And it really is kind of trendy right now too, because we're so focused on the environment and animals and things like that. I was all cruelty free and clean for several years, but I started to miss some products from brands that weren't cruelty free. Now I did try to stick to an 80-20 rule, where I was 80% cruelty free and cleaner products and 20% conventional things that I really liked and enjoyed. And I might go back to that, just try to do 80% cruelty free and then 20% not, because I guess by purchasing the products that aren't cruelty free, I'm telling the company that I don't care, right? And if I don't purchase them as much, then that's what speaks the loudest, because they want our money. So anyways, this video is dedicated to Diane and all my other cruelty-free babes out there. And everything is from the drugstore. Everything's affordable, even the tools that I used. And I hope you enjoy this. And then I also wanted to point out, when I was wearing my little side pony, my hair is finally getting long enough to put in a side pony. My friend Kim here said, I like to do that too. She's like, sometimes I like to tuck it up in a clip and pull some pieces out. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. So I tried it. I don't think my hair is quite long enough yet, but it's a fun way to wear your hair if you don't like to use heat on your hair, which I don't. I almost never use heat on my hair. So anyways, I just wanted to share that and thank Kim for telling me about another fun hairstyle. And let's just jump in and get started. So the first product I have on my glasses, because I'm going to tell you a little more about it, and I took some notes. This is my very first time using it, and it is the Covergirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. And it does come in a hydrating formula as well that isn't matte, or I shouldn't say hydrating, a more luminous formula, and it has a white top, and it's in the same section as this. I think the white at my Walgreens was on top, and then this was right beneath it. It comes in 40 shades, which is amazing. And this is a Good Housekeeping Beauty Lab top tested drugstore product winner of 2022. And I found out about it in my dental office reading Good Housekeeping magazine. So like I said, it comes in 40 shades. It looks like skin. It's a medium coverage, and it's buildable. So it's a light medium coverage, but you can build it to a fuller medium coverage, but it's still a medium coverage. The claim is that it will not look cakey and it's easily buildable. It gives you a semi-matte finish. I did read reviews about the luminous formula with the white top, and a lot of the reviews say that that gives you a soft matte finish as well. So now I kind of wish I picked that one up, because I was worried that it would be too glowy, and I do live in a more humid climate in the summer months, and I do have an oilier skin type. So I did choose the matte one for me, but this has great reviews as well. Actually, both of them do. And I'm gonna go ahead and try this, and I am gonna use my Real Techniques Damp Beauty Sponge. And I should have included this in my last video, 15 under 15, because I buy these in packs. They're the only beauty sponges I use these days. I really like them because they have a flat side, and then they also have like a tip to get into smaller areas. And they're just really great beauty sponges, really soft and easy to clean, and they are cruelty free. They're from Real Techniques. Whoops, I got a lot up there in my hairline. So I was really excited to try this because it's not expensive at all. It was buy one, get one when I was at Walgreens. So I should have bought one in both formulas. Sometimes that's what I do when I want to try a drugstore foundation, but I didn't, and I kind of wish I had. But if you are, I think the sale is still going on. It's often going on for Covergirl, buy one, get one, or things are on sale, and Covergirl is just a wonderful brand, and I think they've been putting out some really amazing products lately. They're clean range, and I really like their long wear, humidity, and sweat-proof foundation. This one, the Outlast, it's really nice. So I'm looking at it in my magnifying mirror, and it does not seem to be accentuating any pores or dry skin or anything like that. I really like the coverage a lot. I do have a couple blemishes right here, and I think I need to add a little concealer right there, but I really don't have to if I don't want to. It did dry down completely. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky, and it doesn't feel heavy or thick, and it's fragrance free. I hope I answered all your questions. If not, go ahead and ask me down in the comment section. I primed my eyelids with the NYX Ulta Matte eyelid primer. This will probably be the only eyelid primer I use until they discontinue it. So I might stop saying that in future videos because I just want you all to know that's the eyelid primer I'm using, and I probably will for the foreseeable future. The palette I'm going to use today is the Covergirl. It is scented. It's a peach palette, and it looks like this. I love these palettes. I think I have them. I think they come in like 4 or 5 colors, and I have 4 of them. This is the peach, and it's so pretty. Not only is it pretty for summertime, but it's really pretty in the fall time too, because it sort of has those pumpkin-y shades, but it is peach scented. It kind of reminds me of summer. The smell is not, it's strong in the palette, but it's not once you get it on. It just kind of dissipates and you don't continue to smell it. It doesn't irritate my eyes, and I just think it's a beautiful palette. The first thing I'm going to do is take this shade right here, and it is the third from my right, and I'm using an e.l.f. brush, and this is the e.l.f. Crease Brush. I have so many of these brushes. I love this particular brush, and I don't just use it for in my crease. I use it for just putting down color in different areas on my eyes, and it works great for me. I think it fits perfectly in my eye shape and size. So I'm taking that color right here, and I'm so bad. I always say I'm so bad at describing colors, but I would call this burgundy. And I usually don't bring dark colors into the corners of my eye, but lately I've been trying something new. I was watching Jennifer Jenkins, and she has wide set eyes, and I do too. And she said she does that because she wants her eyes to look closer together. And that made so much sense to me, because when you put something dark, it makes things look like closer and a little bit smaller. But if you put something brightening there, it would make them look fuller, like more onto the side. And she said she doesn't want to look like a frog, and I thought that is exactly what I think. I think my eyes are really wide set. Even my brows are, like a lot of people's brows come in like here and here, but mine don't. I've even thought about getting microblading done, but I don't know, I never will. I'll never like tattoo my brows. I don't think I need to. I've got brows. And when I was younger, I had super thick brows, and they did come in more. And then I plucked in the 90s and made them really thin, like all of us. And they just never really grew back, but I still have lots of brow hair. I don't have any product on them right now. So I think what I'll do is I'll experiment with bringing them in closer, if I can do that in a natural way, and just see how that looks. Okay, so I've got that. Now I think I'll take this shade right here, and I'll pick that up with another e.l.f. brush. These are $2, so if you're looking for some good brushes that aren't a lot of money, definitely check out e.l.f. e.l.f., Real Techniques, Eco Tools. Let's see, what else? I think that's my favorite, like drugstore. Oh, Sonia Kashuk, if you have a Target close to you, because I don't think they sell them anywhere but Target, or maybe at the Sonia Kashuk website. So that's what that looks like. I'm gonna take the peach right here, and just lighten it up even more. So I'm kind of doing like a gradient of dark, lighter, lighter, and then I'll put something really light in the arch of my brow. this lightest shade right here. It's a nice creamy vanilla matte. I feel like every palette should have a color like this in it. If it doesn't, I feel like it's not a complete palette. Okay. And now I am just gonna take a little bit of this shade right here next to the dark one that's on my mobile lid and just touch it with my finger and right in the center for a spotlight. Now I'm gonna put my Fill and Fluff brow product from NYX on this brow. I already did this brow when I did this eye, so now I'll do this one on camera. And this is the Fill and Fluff from NYX, and it gives you sort of like fluffier, kind of natural looking brows, as opposed to like a thinner, finer pencil that's for very detailed defining. This is just sort of like more of a messier, fluffier brow, if that makes sense. And I do like this product a lot. I think NYX does such a great job with the shades of their brow products because they have enough gold in their colors that they work well for people with golden tones in their hair or redheads. Even like really expensive brands like Anastasia, they tend to go more ashy or grayish toned, and none of their products work for me. Well, I can't say none of them. Their pomade doesn't work for me. They do have a few products that work for me, but several of them don't, just because they go a little too ashy. I just filled in a few little gaps where I need a little more brows, and I also covered my like lighter silvery brows to make them blend a little bit better. And I just kind of mess them up with this little paddle brush on the other side, which is a handy little tool. Curl the old lashes. I do not have good luck with the Essence mascaras. While I love the way they look, I think they're absolutely beautiful, they all smudge on me. And so I did pick up a fresh tube of the waterproof, which I believe I tried before, and it also smudged on me. And I think it's a problem unique to me because I do have a lot of oily skin around my eyelids. Even this skin has a little bit of oil on it, and the oil removes the waterproof mascara as well. So I've never even really had luck with waterproof mascaras. So that's typically why I like tubing mascaras so much, but I'm gonna go ahead and give the waterproof another try and try to use it because so many of you try to help me troubleshoot why they don't work for me because everybody loves them and they can't understand why they don't work for me. So this is the waterproof formula in the blue. It looks nice going on, just like I thought it would. The other thing is I don't like removing waterproof mascara. I feel like it's like such a pain to use a separate product to take my eye makeup off. I usually just like to use my soap in my shower, and tubing mascaras will come off with that. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's 2 light layers. And I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyeliner on the same eye, and I'm using the Covergirl Exhibitionist. I have it in brown. It's a little bit softer than black, but I actually do prefer more of a charcoal or black. I feel like sometimes brown can make my eyes look a little bit red, but this one doesn't do that. But some browns I have to be very careful with, especially if you're fair-skinned. That's something to look out for. Sometimes browns can make your eyes look like they're a little bit red or irritated. So that's why I prefer charcoal, but let's go ahead and put this on. And this product was also in the Good Housekeeping Best of Beauty 2022 that I read, and it is a really good product. It just glides on. It's really silky, and you don't have to touch it up at all during the day. It will just stay put. So I lined my whole entire waterline and tight line. And so now all I'm gonna do is on this outer corner right here, flick a little up. And that's a bit messy, but I'm gonna take this Real Techniques flat angled brush, and I'm gonna use that to blend it a bit. Once this is on and dries, it's really hard to move it around, but if you act right after you put it on, you can easily do it. Now I'm going to take the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, and this is a Best of Beauty winner as well. And I've never tried this, and it sells all the time. It's a really popular product, so I'm just gonna apply it like that. I'll put my color in the description box where I link the products. I really like the color range. I feel like the colors are really good for my skin tone. I did read one review, because I always like to read reviews when I review something for the first time for you, to see what other people are thinking about it. I don't like to watch other YouTube videos, but I like to read reviews at like Ulta and like the CoverGirl website and see what the common complaints are. And one person said that they thought that the color range was bad for fair-skinned people because they're a little too orange. And I don't find that to be true. I don't. I think that it looks really good and the color is perfect for me. But I am a German, kind of Polish redhead, so my skin does have more like peachy undertones to it, where like more Irish redheads have that more really pale and translucent skin. If you know what I'm talking about, it's like definitely, you know, really, really pale and porcelain. And I don't know if those of you with that color skin tone will have any issues. Now, I did not get the lightest color. In fact, there were, I think, 3 lighter colors, and I have L20, and I don't know what that's, oh, Light Ivory. So I have the Ivory, and I think Fair is, like, there's several colors in Fair before you even get to Ivory. So I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Have you tried this, and do you have very, very, very porcelain skin, and does it work for you? On the flip side of that, I read that the dark skin tones are amazing, that there's so many colors for those of you with darker complexions, which often those are the people who tend to have more trouble finding products to suit their skin tone, and I think it's wonderful that more brands are paying attention to that. My daughter Paulina is coming home today, and we're gonna go to Trader Joe's, which is one of our favorite places to go, and we're gonna eat dinner together. And I'm gonna be so glammed up. I don't usually wear so much eye makeup, but I don't know, I think it's really pretty. A cult classic blush, Milani Luminoso. If you haven't heard about this, you might have been under a rock for the past couple of years. Actually, I think we've all been under a rock for the past couple of years. But you may, if you haven't heard of this, I'll be a little bit surprised, especially if you watch YouTube videos, and it looks like this. Now, those of you with a deeper skin tone might find it to be very, very sheer. And this is really good on me on its own. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a little bit of this over here so you can see how it looks on my skin. And then I'm gonna show you what I do to deepen the shade and teensy bit and to add longevity. Not that this doesn't last. This always gets me through like an 8-hour day, but it is pretty sheer. So I'm taking this tapered e.l.f. brush that was in my last video as a favorite product, under $12. And I hope you can see this. That's like normally where I would contour. So I can just blend this out and wear it on its own. But if you're anyone with a deeper skin tone than me, which is everybody. So what I like to do is take one of these Wet n Wild sticks to add a little bit of something for it to stick to and deepen up the color. And these are very inexpensive. And this one is called Hustle and Glow, and it's more of a peach. Really pretty for fall time, no, even summertime. And then this one is called her Floral Majesty, I believe, and it looks like this. And this one's more pink. So they're very pigmented. So what I do is I take the teensiest bit of this, and I'm gonna go with her Floral Majesty today. And this doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it, although it does have a little bit. And I place it like just where I'm gonna apply my blush. And you don't even have to use Luminoso over this, but I really like the glow that Luminoso gives. I'm just taking the same tapered brush, tapping it on my Luminoso, tapping it off a little bit, and just gently blend. I feel like, and let me know if you agree with this, that this is a dupe for NARS Orgasm. A very affordable dupe. And that's what that looks like. And I don't typically use any highlighter on top of Luminoso. I feel like it gives me enough glow on its own. So I'm not even gonna add any highlighter to that. I am gonna bronze a teensy bit using the Wet n Wild stick like this. This comes in 2 shades, the bronzer formula. This one is called Oaks on You, and then there's 1 shade deeper, and I haven't tried that one for obvious reasons. So what I do is I just like to put a little bit where I want to look a little bit bronzed. Or contour. I don't typically contour. And I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush for this. It's dense enough to really get in there and blend. Really nice. And I'm just gonna do a light dusting of setting powder. I don't feel that I really need to, but the only reason I'm doing it is to kind of just tone everything down a little bit, because I feel like everything's a little bit dark. And I'm gonna go with the Butter Believe It pressed powder that one of you told me that I should get after my last video where I was sharing the mineral powder that I love so much from Physicians Formula. So I'm gonna give this a try. I've never tried it before. It's the butter bronzer formula, and it does have that coconutty smell that we all love in the butter bronzer. And I'm just gonna use a Real Techniques giant powder brush. And you know what? This is really, really light. You know what it reminds me of is the MAC blot powder, where it doesn't really add any color onto your skin, but it just sets everything. And there's that. I'm gonna line my lips with Milani Lip Liner in Nude Entrance. And I'm gonna apply Milani Nude Cream lipstick over this. And these are 100% clean on the EWG Skin Deep database. So not only are they cruelty-free, they're very clean products as well. And then I have the Milani lip gloss, the Keep It Full lip gloss in the shade Luminoso. So let's just put a teensy bit of this for a little bit of extra plumpness and some shine. So this is the finished look, all drugstore, every single thing, even the brushes that I used, and even my skincare today is all drugstore. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what your very favorite cruelty-free, affordable makeup product is. And if you have more than one, feel free to let us know what all of them are, because I know we really like reading each other's comments and getting ideas. And thank you all for the suggestions that you give me of products to try, because honestly, if this mascara, it doesn't rip all my eyelashes out when I remove it and doesn't smear on me, I think I may have found my new favorite waterproof summer mascara. So yeah, let me know, have any of you tried this one from Essence, the waterproof formula, and how does it work for you? Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.